As always, before we get started, we understand how stressful mattress shopping can be. So after this review, if you're still interested in more, click over to realmattressreviews.com where you can find hundreds of other great reviews, and click on the coupons tab to find the best mattress deals available online. All right, let's get this review started. Hey everyone, Ross from realmattressreviews.com. Today I have the Nectar Premium Foam Mattress. So we're going to do a variety of things here today. What it will do first, obviously, is get this thing opened up. I'll talk briefly about the construction, but ultimately I want to dive into the things that I think you guys are going to care about, such as how does the mattress feel, how does it perform, what do I think of the quality, and then ultimately maybe I'll compare a little bit to the original Nectar, talk about some of the differences. So if you're kind of stuck between one of the two, this should help you guys make a decision. So what we'll do first is get it popped open, and then we'll dive right into how the mattress feels. Alright guys, I'll get it opened up. Alright guys, we've got it all opened up. I haven't felt the foams or laid on it at all yet. I'll just note that this is a 13-inch model. The original when it first came out was 11 inches, and now they've added in one more inch. So that's a 12-inch model. This is the 13-inch model. And ultimately, I think this is going to be kind of your softer, better for side sleepers version. And ultimately, there's a couple other features in here that we'll just briefly discuss. So it starts off with a 3-inch layer of aerated gel-infused memory foam. Now, aerated means it has holes punched all the way through the foam, through the whole mattress, that'll allow better airflow. And then it has a 3-inch transitional foam layer that also has convoluted channels that will allow better airflow than just a solid foam piece as well. And then followed up with a 7-inch foam core. This is a removable top. The zipper's right here on the side, which is a really nice feature. It allows you to take this off and clean it without having to, a lot of times the zipper's on the bottom and that's just a lot harder to get back on. So you can wash just the top and get it back on very easily. So that's a nice feature. So Nectar is known for their 1-year sleep trial. Some other brands have come out and kind of copied them with the trial and warranties, but they were the original to do that longer trial and a lifetime warranty. Looking at the fine print for the warranty, I think like the first 10 years is fully covered, and then it's a little different after 10 years. But either way, you've got a very good warranty. So with all of that said, if you want to know more about the construction, if you click the link down to the review, I've got pictures and everything broken down for you guys to see that full construction. But for the purpose of this video, I think you guys more care about how it feels. So what we'll do first is just kind of push on the foams. I just want to get a sense of the foam response. So as you can see, the bottom core and that transition layer are going to come up right away, and then the top 3 inches a little bit slower, which you expect from memory foam, but all things considered, this is a fast responding memory foam. If it were say like a 5-pound memory foam, yeah, they're a little more dense and longer lasting, but they are going to be very slow. You'll get that stuck feeling. They'll be harder to move around on, and additionally they'll sleep hotter. So this is a nice balance between a good quality foam but also being faster responding than something more dense. So very nice there. When I push down, as I mentioned, you have those aerated holes. I can actually feel air kind of hit my hands as I push down, air kind of whooshing up through those holes. Keep in mind as I lay down, I am about 210 pounds, somewhere in there. I'm just going to lay on it for the first time, kind of explain what I'm feeling. It's got a nice softness to it. Kind of sink in right away a little slowly, and then you feel that support layer and the foam core layer. I would give this probably about a 6 out of 10, with 10 being the firmest. So it's kind of right in that sweet spot. Somebody heavier might, feel like it's more of a 5 or a 4, but for my weight, it's kind of right in the middle, which is, the majority of these brands are kind of in that middle range, because that's going to be where, most people like, and they'll have the least amount of returns. So on my back, it's got a really nice feel, cloud-like kind of feel. Feels very supportive yet soft. Cradles my lumbar very nicely. Even my elbows, when they hit the bed, you know, feel pressure relief. I don't have like a lot of force pushing back up anywhere on my body. This is definitely going to be a really good mattress for side sleeping. It's got a nice softness, but yet that deep support underneath these top comfort layers. Here on my side, my spine is relatively straight. My hip is able to sink in nice. My shoulder's sinking in nicely, you know, where I don't feel like I'm having a lot of force push back up. Typically, if this didn't have enough comfort foams, for instance, or if the foam core was like a rock, or maybe it had a hybrid coil unit with not enough foam on top of it, that's when you start to feel that force kind of push back up. Latex as well, since it's a springier foam, you don't have as much pressure relief. But this is really a nice amount of memory foam with a good transitional layer. So I have support, but I have definitely enough softness as I lay here for my parts of my body that need to push in are able to very easily without pushing back up. So back inside, this is going to work really nice on my stomach. So I think this would work good for combination sleepers that aren't spending most of their time on their stomach. So if you're spending most of your time on your stomach, I think this is going to be a little bit too soft, rather. Where typically what's going to happen is your midsection sinks in farther than the rest of your body, and you're going to get more lower back arch. But for those of you like me that kind of flip-flop in between my side, my back, and my stomach, I think it's going to work just fine. But like I said, if you're majority of the time stomach sleeping, you're going to want to look at something a little bit firmer. Excellent for side sleeping and back sleeping. Another thing as I lay here, the cover's very cool to the touch. Even the foams, I feel, are not going to trap heat very much at all. With that said, I still recommend using a mattress protector. Even, you know, some of these brands have these super cooling covers. You want to protect your mattress, so use a mattress protector if you want that really cool to the touch feeling. There's several mattress protector brands, including some that Nectar may sell, that have that cooling fabric as well. So you get the benefits of that, but you still keep your mattress protected. So overall, really, really nice feel. Let's take a look at the edge support. So in the seated position, you know, most foam beds aren't great with edge support. And this is not, you know, no different. It's very average in the seated position. My legs do sink through those top 6 inches. When you hit the foam core, you can feel it. It's firmer than the rest of the comfort layers. But, you know, you're not going to wear the mattress out by sitting on it, so shouldn't be a really big concern. Where you really care is in this laying down position. I'm going to go on the very extreme edge. And on the super extreme edge, as you would expect, I have a little bit of that roll off the bed feeling. But, I mean, if you're a little more realistic, sleeping in a queen size bed with 2 people, you're probably going to be close to the edge, but you're going to have maybe a few inches there. And in this position, as you can see, I'm very straight. I don't have that ejected roll off the bed feeling whatsoever. And let's take a look at the bounce. This will give you guys kind of an indication of, you know, the ease of movement on the mattress. And, you know, it's right in the middle. It's not super springy like if it had a coil unit in there, or if it didn't have enough comfort foams, or if it was latex, it would be springier. So that is, you know, a good medium amount of bounce. And what that's going to do is allow you to move and adjust positions easier. And since this foam is faster responding than, you know, a typical memory foam, as I roll, I'm not fighting to get out of a hole because the foam comes up pretty quickly. Whereas some slower memory foams, you know, the foam takes so long to get up, you really kind of struggle to get out of the hole that you were laying in, and then you have to wait for that foam to rebound back up. But this is, you know, a faster responding memory foam, so makes it pretty easy to move about, adjust positions, and it's going to have excellent motion transfer. If you've been looking at Nectar, or if you look at it today, you're going to be followed around with some of their ads, and you should probably see their wine glass testing. But as I move and adjust positions, you can see that bottle barely moves. So if you or your partner move around a lot, you're not going to feel that movement nearly as much as you would with an innerspring mattress or perhaps a latex mattress. So very good for removing that motion. Alright guys, so let's just talk briefly about the original versus this Premier. So the original also has 3 inches of gel memory foam on the top. The transition layer is where your biggest difference is. That's only going to be 2 inches versus 3 inches. So they're pretty similar in construction. However, you are going to have a bit more softness on this model, and it's probably going to be a little bit better for those of you that are solo, you know, more side sleeping more than other positions. So there is a $300 price difference between the two, and you know, so it's up to you really what you think you can afford, what you think is going to be best for your sleeping positions. They have the same foam core, the same amount of memory foam on the top. It's just, like I said, that transition layer, which is more on this one, the 13 inch. So you are going to allow yourself to sink in a little bit more, have a little bit better pressure relief before you hit that foam core. So it really is kind of up to you. I think they have a fairly similar feel, but this one definitely has a softer feel and will be better for those of you that are side sleepers. So, but ultimately, the quality of each of them are very good. The company now has been around for quite a while. They've had some heat in their history, but they've gotten through all of the issues that they had with supply in the beginning, that type of thing. So, great company. The difference is, like I said, it's only an inch, but you do have a $300 difference. But it does make a difference if you are side sleeping. So you have more foam. Less pressure push back up because you've got more of that softer foam on the very top. So those of you that are seeking a little bit more softness or are side sleeping, this might be the better model for you. If you don't feel like spending the extra $300, it's not going to be a massive difference, but you can tell if you are side sleeping or seeking a little bit of a softer than that medium feel. So I hope this was helpful, guys. If you have any questions, drop me a message below. But otherwise, we are supported by our readers, so if you do decide to buy this or any other mattress, go through our links so they know you came from us, and they'll give us a little kickback. So we hope to keep doing this. It's gotten a lot tougher than recent years with a lot of these massive sites that have come out and started doing the same thing. So if you do find any of my stuff helpful, definitely use our links when you make a purchase. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.